morning. If you're watching this live after it's ended, meaning a little later, share with 7. In the meantime, if you can wait a couple of minutes and I'll go ahead and get started. I have a message that I really feel like that God is leading me to share with you. So I'm gonna wait until a couple of individuals log in, and then we're gonna go. Bear with me. It's been an extremely long night for me. So to kind of go ahead and get started. Where you are now started somewhere. You were somewhere before you got to this point in your life. I don't know how your past have been to you, but just like you got through those storms, those trials, those hardships, that abuse, being used, experiencing loss, you probably didn't know how you was going to get through it then. But where you once was, you're not there anymore. You're right here, right now. And because you came from somewhere, and where you are now, starting point to where you are now, God is taking you somewhere. So He wants me to encourage you with a life of hope right now. Know everything that you are experiencing is for your good. Know everything that you are going through is for your good. Knowing everything that didn't break you, you learned it was for your good. So life experiences is full of good. But you have to program your mind to see the good and the bad, see the positive and the negative. Whenever you can see the positive and the negative and the good and the bad, you'll always have hope. When all you see is bad, when all you see is negative, yes, I know, although your situation, things you may encounter may be bad, may be negative, but if that's all you see in your go through, it's going to be easy to lose hope. I need you to hold on to the hope that you have left, because you like perhaps so many just feel like losing hope, because it's like, God, if you really cared, then why this? If you were truly real, then why this? We will always have unanswered questions. We won't always understand the whys. But because we don't understand the whys and we have unanswered questions, that's no reason to question the one who created everything. Know this everything wasn't created off of a bang. Like, how's it? No, someone created this. Someone created you. And you may be like, how? That it doesn't make sense. Like, he said, let there be, and it was. Well, when you the creator of all things, when you knowing all things, when you're like, I mean, to the human mind, to the human knowledge, human understanding, it does not make sense. But when you have the mind of Christ and you seeing things from a spiritual perspective, it makes sense because you know who you're dealing with. But then even when it don't make sense, because you know who you're dealing with, then you still know it's possible. So even in your situation that you may feel like it's impossible and you don't know how you're going to get through it, you don't know how it's going to happen or work for you, like, just believe in the possible. Not just the possible, the one who makes it possible. Believe in him, and may your worries and your stress rest on him. Your fears rest on him. And know that where it may be a dire situation for us, if it doesn't happen today, we have to understand, because he is the creator of all things, including time. He's outside of time, so when it's an emergency for us, it's not an emergency for him. But that's not a reason to question even more. It's just to find peace and the sense of calmness of knowing that it's going to be okay, because the one who created everything loves you. And because he loves you, you can place your hope in him. You can hold on to that. So the little bit of hope you have left, make sure you're not putting it in people. Make sure you're not putting it in things. Make sure you're not putting it in money. Make sure the little bit of hope that you have left, you are putting it in the one who created everything, who can make all your worries, all your tears go away. And no, he's probably not going to come when you want him to. But the fact, knowing that, again, he created all things, there's nothing he can't fix in your life. There's nothing he can't renew in your situation. There's nothing he can't deliver you from. So where right now may be a difficult season for you, trust me, I know what it feels like. A lot of times when you see me on here talking to you, giving you encouragement, you may think that my life is well put together and grand. The struggle be real. The struggle is real now. But I understand that what's in my control, I need to focus and execute on that. What's not, I just give it to my Father. He got me. I hope he will come when I feel like right now is I need you now. But if he don't, I know I can place my rest, my hope, my situation. I know I can place my everything in him, because it's going to be okay. And it's not to look at me a certain way, like bro, if only I could be like that. Like, no. It's his faithfulness. He has always, like, his track record is perfect in my life. Yes, I have experienced losses, But is it something that he's taken away from me, or because I didn't manage well what I was supposed to? Yeah, I've experienced much, but I have to ask myself, did I put myself in this situation? And then I have to learn and I have to learn and make the necessary adjustments from there. But ultimately, he got me. He's teaching me how to make better decisions, how to do things and go about things differently, how to handle things more carefully. So even in the loss, he's teaching me something. Even in the loss, there's growth there. And I'm okay with that, because I know on the other side of this, though, I know according to what he has revealed to me and shared with me, and how he have set me down and led me to prepare things that I have not even begun to introduce to the world for his name's sake. So that's just evidence to know that he's not done with me yet. What I'm going through isn't final, and there's much more that I can expect to come. I have to make sure that I'm in alignment and obedience to whatever it is he need me. So the point is, even in those times where it's like I could be stressed out and wigging out, I know it's going to be okay, because his track record is perfect. Over the years, the mess I've gotten myself into, I didn't get myself out of it. I got myself into. He got me out of it. It might wasn't overnight. Yeah, it was a process, but some things that I've gotten myself into, he taught me a lesson in that. He showed me some things in that. So now I'm more wiser because of it. I know not to make those mistakes again. I know not to go down that road again. You get what I'm saying? So where you may look at your dark situation, your hardships, or whatever you may be going through, you may be viewing it as like this like super bad thing, which it possibly is. But the thing is, though, like we have to understand the potter. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter if it's weeds in it, no matter if the plant had died, like no matter what, like he know how to fix, shape, and remold us after we've made decisions to where it caused a breakdown. He know how to lift us back up. And the thing is, when he breathing life into us, he's picking us back up. We have to make sure that we piggyback off of his strength and stand and take the courage to take the next step and the next step and the next step. So where you may be in your life right now, place your hope in the potter, because he's shaping and he's molding you in a way that only he can. And this situation that you're going through, it's only in this situation. It's like, you know, like if you think about clay and making some out of it, you need water, right? You need the right amount of water and the right amount of clay. You have to know how to, you get what I'm saying? Like, and he does that in our life. Like when our clay, when we are a hot mess, he know how to add a little bit more and take some out, and just to add a little bit more and take more out, to add a little bit more, take more of us out, add a little bit more of him, take much more of us out, our ego, our our nasty attitude, our bad character. Like he have to take those things out and add integrity into us, honesty into us. Like he have to take all of that out of us so he can add more of him into us. So where your situation may feel like you're experiencing loss is taking so much out of you, and you don't know how you can. He know how you can. So just place your trust in the potter and allow him to shape, mold, and rebuild you again. But you have to trust the process. Because I don't know how broken you are. He does. And because he knows how broken you may be, he knows what's necessary. He knows how long the process is going to take. And sometimes with that process, we get in the way. And we prolong the finished product. So just be patient. Place your hope in a potter. If he has breathed his breath into your lungs again today, that's him lifting you up. That's him raising you up. Have courage to take the next step and keep going throughout this process, because he have to continue to shape and mold and remake you, renew you throughout this process. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you have to stop resisting. When you resist, it's prolonging the process. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. And place your trust and a hope in the potter. He's creating in you a masterpiece. When someone take a picture, or you're taking a picture of someone, you tell them to hold still. Your pose. You're telling them to be still. So while he's painting that masterpiece of you, get your pose, whatever pose you want to, be still. Be still. Let him finish his artwork in you. All right, so hold on to your hope. Place your hope in the potter. He's remaking you. He's reshaping you. He's building you up. He's creating a new in you. Because ultimately, you're his. You're his. The thing is, we don't see ourselves like he sees us. We see ourselves as what we see, and it's much less than who he see in us. He see a masterpiece. He see special. He see unique. He see different from everyone else. Who he see in you, you can't see that yet. But with what he see in you, you can't see it in you yet, because he's not done with you yet. So trust his process, because who he see in you, he's growing and developing you out of that shell. And that shell is just think about a seed is hard. Like you got it's pressure. Like you gotta it gotta go through some things. That's why your life look like you going through a lot of things. Is because who he see in you. He's trying to bring it out of you. He's trying to birth you through that shell. And when he do, because you're getting closer to him, he'll begin to reveal to you who he see in you. Don't be so distant. Don't be so bitter. Don't be so hard-headed and rebellious. Let that energy go. Because again, he created you. He know what the finished work look like. He know what the finished product of you looks like. You don't. And because it's going to take a specific process for you to be able to see who he see in you, you have to trust the process. So when you look in the mirror, if you don't see who he see in you, for one, you too far away from him. And two, he's not done with you yet. You're still in the process. You're still in the process. So continue the process. Some parts of the process is it's not as challenging. It's not as difficult. It's not as hard. It's not as, it don't feel worse than other parts of the process. But as you are becoming that person that God sees in you, that you don't see in you yet, it's that process that's birthing and bringing you to life. He may or may not reveal to you who you are and according to who he see in you yet. He may or may not. But I guarantee you, if he don't right now, as you begin to allow him to work the process, draw near to him and walk with him throughout the process, you'll start to see who he's revealing to you according to who he see in you, because he know who you are. He know what you look like. He know what his finished baby girl look like, his finished baby boy look like. When we look in the mirror right now, we don't see what he see, but it's the process. At some point, we'll be able to see. But it's only when he reveal it to us, but we have to be close enough. So trust the process. Place your hope in the one who created you, who's remaking you, who's renewing you, who's reshaping you, who's remolding you. Trust him. Father, thank you for your word. I ask that you will help us all to trust you in the processes of life that we encounter. Help us always to understand when we're going through it so we don't complain and get mad and walk away from you, that because you first knew us, because you knew us before we were in our mother's womb, you already seen who and what we look like. It's the process that you are birthing that person. All of who we are supposed to be in you. Help us trust you and be cool, be chill, and allow you. Thank you in the process, because we know that you're not only doing the work in us, but you're shaping a masterpiece. When you could have been done with us, but you're not. So we thank you for your patience, your love, and your willingness to continue to do a work in us, because you know who we need to be. Thank you for your faithfulness. Help us through, even when we don't see. Help us know, even when we don't understand. Help us to keep going, even when we don't have the strength. Do your work, Lord. And may we be made perfect in your eyes, according to who you seen before you created us. Thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. Family, share with 7, and I'll talk to you all later. Remember, place your hope in the potter. He's reshaping you. He's remolding you. He's renewing you. He's building you up. He's preparing you. He's making a masterpiece. Don't you want to see what you look like on the other side of all of this mess? Trust him in the process. He got you. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Peace.